Hey guys, Denobi2 here with Benjamin. On this episode of the show, we are talking about the life-size scale Hot Toys armored Batman that was just announced a little while ago, and it's already on pre-order. All right, Benjamin, there's been a lot of buzz in the community about this piece.
Yes.
Some positive, some negative. You start, dude.
You know what? Life-size armored Batman. I kind of thought at first, how could you go wrong? But then reality started to kick in. And I started really thinking about where the hell would I put a life-size Batman in the first place? And then on top of it, now with the $8,000 price tag, that's a hefty, hefty note. I really think that Hot Toys is really jumping the gun, especially when it comes to the armored Batman, because the movie isn't even out yet. So they're kind of putting all their ducks in a row, saying this is going to sell no matter what.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with you on that. I actually went on Facebook and I made several comments that seemed really negative. I was not attacking the actual life-size scale of the armored Batman. I said the comment, Hot Toys once again jumped the shark. What I meant by that is what you took the words right out of my mouth. They are betting that this movie, Batman vs. Superman, is going to be stellar.
Well, they're betting big. I mean, I'm thinking like I don't know what the thought process behind this is. I'm going to be honest with you. Number one, this is Hot Toys' first life-size figure. At $8,000, we're not even going to talk about the shipping because I don't have any clue what that's going to cost. But I really don't understand what the process of let's jump to life size is, because for me, I think that it just appeals to the one percenters.
Absolutely.
I think it appeals to the rich collector, because I'm sure not going to be able to buy this. Are you?
I probably will not. We are not attacking that 1% who can afford it, because
I am.
Because,
you don't need this.
Well, here's the thing. You know, everybody pretends like life-size scale figures is something new. I read the comments.
It is something new.
It is not nothing new, because they've been doing this forever.
It was something new for Hot Toys. They've had life-size figures like way back when. I remember when they had the life-size Boba Fett, and they have the life-size 3CPO from Sideshow.
Absolutely.
They had a life-size Darth Vader. They have the Terminator version 1, Terminator version 2. There's a lot of, I think they made a life-size TDK Batman and a Batman Begins. I don't remember who made that. I just don't understand why go ahead and make it for the one percenters. I don't understand it. I'm kind of like bewildered, like who's really going to buy this, because I don't know anybody.
Well, there's obviously a market, you know, because like I said, evidence does show that they have released life-size C-3PO Boba Fett's, and they do sell out. People do buy these figures. My argument with this, why did they choose the armored Batman from the film? That's my only gripe.
I think the gravy train would have definitely been, and I know you're going to love this, so get ready, an Iron Man life-size Iron Man, because it only makes okay. So let's take a second and take a pause. Yes. Okay, so the gravy chain would have been a life-size Iron Man, because everybody knows that Hot Toys really has, sold a lot of Iron Man pieces. It would have made sense for them to do a life-size Iron Man.
It made perfect sense to have a life-size Iron Man. I can't afford this, but my God, if they released a life-size scale version of the Mark 7, I tell you what, I'd be selling something.
I'd be figuring something. You'd be trying to figure it out, trying to get that baby right now.
I'd be figuring something out.
I'm a huge Batman fan. I love the new movie that's coming out. I'm putting all my ducats in a row saying that this is going to be awesome. And I think it's going to be better than Civil War, but I don't know. My thing is that I really love Batman. And to see the armored Batman as a Batman fan, I was just kind of like, I kind of would have rather have seen actual Ben Affleck in his Batman suit. But I know where they're going with this. Like they've already said, this isn't the only life-size life-size piece they're doing. They're going to make the Superman to accompany the armored Batman, so you could have both Titans kind of like bashing it out.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, if you can afford like $16,000.
If the movie is successful,
yeah, I'll buy both of them.
Because at $8,000, if the movie tanks, that's good. You know that's going on sale.
The bargain bin isn't enough for this baby. I'm not gonna be able. I don't care if it drops to $5,000, $4,000, $3,000, $2,000. Now you're getting into Benjamin territory at the $1,000 category.
No, and it's huge. It's
ginormous.
It's ginormous. Yeah. It's 7 feet tall.
Okay, then let's get away from the whole aspect of the 1%ers, how much it cost, how
because
big
it's
it
not
is.
fair. Yeah, because there are people who can afford this.
Let's really look at. There are people who can.
There are people who can afford this.
I don't know anybody, but there are people.
I don't know.
So the thing about it is that is it cool? Yes.
Yes.
But again, we're talking about a property that isn't even out yet. The movie isn't even out yet, so we don't even know if this scene is going to be like 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden, or 2 minutes, or is it going to be 20 minutes? Is there going to be a battle? Because we all know that this is the introduction of the Justice League, so they have to kind of, move forward with the storyline. So we don't really know how memorable this character is going to be.
No, I give Hot Toys tons of credit for expanding as a brand, expanding as a company, and taking that risk. But to me, that's a huge risk. That's a big risk.
I think it's a huge risk. I still don't understand why Hot Toys decided to do R&D, research and development, for this piece and move forward with something that's life-size. Because for me, it's like this could have been put into other avenues to go ahead and bring out new items that collectors could have enjoyed. For me.
Now,
so I kind of look at it like, why did you make this Hot Toys? That's the way I look at it.
And it's funny because I called you earlier in the week. And
we actually do talk.
Yeah, we do talk. We do talk outside. And I didn't think they were going to make it. I thought this was a publicity stunt piece.
Yeah,
Hot Toys is infamous for publicity stunt pieces. They'll make the life-size Millennium Falcon, life-size TIE Fighter. So I just assumed this is another one of their shenanigans. I really did.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it was one of those, but I was really surprised. But I was really talking to, other collectors and asking them, how much do you think this is going to cost? And I was like, I think it's going to be between $6,000 to $9,000, $8,000 price tag. This is really, really, really expensive. But again, there's going to be somebody out there that's going to be flipping through the Warner Brothers website, through their catalog, and all of a sudden they're going to have a life-size armored Batman. It's like, give me 2. I need one for my mansion and I need one for my guest house.
Absolutely. If you have a man cave and you can afford it, this would be a nice piece to add to it. I talked to people outside too who watch the channel, and everybody just really seems to agree. Why did they go with the armored Batman? A life-size Captain America? Oh my God, a life-size Iron Man? It doesn't have to be Iron Man, but it could have been a life-size Captain America. Those two, that's...
They're throwing it all in. They're putting everything they have in the Superman Batman, and I think that, for me it's exciting in the sense that, I'm a Batman Superman fan, but again, it's a piece that I don't understand. I can't buy it. I don't know anybody who's going to buy it. I'm never going to see it in real life, most likely, so...
No.
It's kind of a wash, as a collector, Hot Toys is now making, $8,000 figures, and I'm kind of like, well, great. And what does that have to do with me?
Yeah. And going back to their experimenting phase of their line, do we still know if their 1/4 scale line is a success? Because it's still pretty scattered. There's not a lot of characters that are currently devoted to a 1/4 scale.
I heard that they're doing a Darth Vader, which is kind of a no-brainer with the Boba Fett coming out. But this is all hearsay. I think that the 1/4 scale, the TDK Batman sold out. The Boba Fett is on its way to selling out because everybody's Star Wars crazy.
Now, is it selling out because of demand, or is it selling out because no one's pre-ordering it, so the inventory is already low?
I think there's a lot of people out there that are just really, really in love with Star Wars, and they see like a gigantic Boba Fett, and they're like, I'm buying that. That's really kind of where you're looking at with the 1/4 scale pieces.
Absolutely.
I still think the 1/4 scale will be around for a while. I think it's still selling.
Going back to the life-size armored Batman, if you could, let's say, afford it, would you get it?
It really depends on it. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I would have preferred it just being Batman, like the traditional Batman with his suit. But
versus the armor.
I haven't seen the movie, so this scene could be totally amazing when he fights Superman, and I could be like, damn, they hit it, right on the chin when it comes to picking this character. But I really think that if they really wanted to make money, it should have been an Iron Man figure. And I know there's a lot of collectors out there. No. I get it, man. I'm with you, but I'm looking at it from the aspect of Hot Toys making money.
Absolutely.
And Hot Toys making money, they would have done Iron Man.
Iron Man or Captain America. Those are probably the two.
Captain America, with Civil War coming out and everything like that. Captain America is a big seller.
Captain America
more than
sells,
Thor. There's a lot of Captain America fans. I'm one of them. I think that there could have been
Captain America. I don't know any other strong Spiderman, maybe.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh, life size, but
you know, like a I don't know. Yeah, because Amazing Spider-Man 2 starts to click into my brain, and then I start throwing up. You know, like in my brain, not right now.
It's always been legendary characters that have taken the mantle to life size. It's always been, classic characters.
Darth Vader,
Terminator, C-3PO. It's always been these legendary characters.
And larger than life.
Yeah, larger than life. RoboCop.
But I think Batman fills those shoes. I think that Batman is a big name. I think Batman is a big name. I want to put this out there. Batman is a bigger name than Iron Man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just saying.
That's another episode.
I know.
But
Batman
this
is a bigger
character,
name
but this character
is
Ben Affleck.
It's speculative because we haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
So like you said, it's jumping the gun, or as you would say, jumping the shark.
Jump the shark.
And we don't really know. I don't know until I see the movie, and now we'll see the movie and then be like, oh my god, it was amazing. I love it. I want one of those $8,000 Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Get me too, Denobi and Benjamin.
What do you guys think? Let us know what you guys think. Leave your comments below.
Leave your comments
below. We do our best to try to answer them. Yep. Like, subscribe. And guys, thanks for taking the opportunity to watch the show. Appreciate it. Denobi 2 here. Benjamin.
Thanks,
guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.